Good day, Conserving 915 family. Welcome back to another episode. We are your hosts, Angel.
El pinche Steve is here.
What's up, guys? Ruben.
And I'm Dave.
Welcome back to another exciting episode. We got a few new topics to discuss with you all today. First on deck is the city's migrant debit card spending balloons as no bid vendor rakes in a fortune. This is an article straight out of Newsbreak.
Vendor rakes in a fortune.
It sounds very familiar to the hotel.
It's Christmas in July for some people, right?
And this is the worst thing. I don't know if it's the worst thing about it, but this is a really bad thing about it. Is it's not so much that they're spending money that's coming out of the budget. No, they're spending money that's being printed out of thin air. Now, don't worry, we're good for it. We'll pay it later.
Not just that, like it's kind of like rewarded for doing something that.
There's that element too.
It's just not a good thing all around. And besides the fact that a lot of citizens could probably use those handouts too, And you know what? It is coming out of the budget, David, because it's that tax that no one talks about.
The inflation
tax.
Yeah. But,
so it is kind of like.
Yeah, but the future budget, that's what I'm saying. Like we can't even balance the debt that we have now, but we're still irresponsibly, passing the credit card to pay for things that really it shouldn't be an issue at all. We shouldn't have to be dealing with this.
Hey, but the city considers this pilot program successful. Hey. All right.
Well, successful because what's their
because someone's making anyways.
Oh, because the city's raking the no bid.
The vendors, the contractors, whatever
they're
call
raking in a fortune. Goodness gracious. A whiff of data to prove it.
That's what I was going to say. A lot of people say this is successful, this is not successful, without actually having some
me
sort
the
of a metric,
Show me the numbers.
Or a hyperlink here that leads to documents. No, nothing like that.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, it's successful. It's successfully adding to the debt, I'm sure. I mean, so I guess it depends what success you're measuring. Is it adding to fraud? Yeah, it's successful. Is it adding to your inflation tax? Yeah, it's successful. Hey, it's checking out a bunch of boxes. So,
Man,
and they didn't tell you what it was successful at, but yeah, I guess if it's successful, yeah.
Okay, so let's continue here. In January, the city inked a no-bid one-year deal with Mokafi, a company co-founded by an Adams supporter, to distribute a potentially open-ended amount of money above $150 million to migrants staying at city hotels.
Oh wow,
That's their basic
great.
Toiletries, sundries, things of that nature.
And it's by an Adams supporter, right? So there's probably no conflict of interest at all there.
No, not at all.
I mean,
Dude, so on top of staying at city hotels, these guys are, I mean, they're budgeted $150 million to migrants. That's just great.
but you know what? Let me play a little devil's advocate here. This is way over there. Well, how is it affecting us here in El Paso? That's like,
Who knows?
that's not. What are you talking about, man? That's them. Let them deal with it.
And then the city was in a hurry to sign the contract because it was such a
a steal. It was such a good deal.
But it took 3 months to start handing out these debit cards. Whoa, a whole 3 months.
How much is Adams gonna rake?
So in late March, City Hall said it would launch a scheme with 115 families over 6 weeks, giving each family of four $350 a week. So that's about $1,600 a month. The pilot grew to 900 families. You got kids here that are going to college and stuff that are citizens. Could probably use that money, but it's going out to I don't know.
Well, I'll take a step back. Sure, maybe some families could use the money, but it's money that shouldn't be generated to begin with. It's fixing a problem that we shouldn't be dealing with. So, according to the contract, the nearly 211 million. Let's go back. Instead. According to the contract, nearly $211,000 is owed or has been paid in fees to Mokafi or Mokafi. $62,500 for half a year setup fee and 2 quarterly fees of the same, and stray fees for cards, about $350, $3.50 each. Oh my goodness! and the share of the money given to the migrants. So
they're paying someone money to distribute the money, right? So
Yeah.
that's kind of,
there's
I guess that kind of shows the inefficiency of government. You know, they're being inefficient with money, and then they're on top of that, they're being inefficient even distributing the money. They're not even good to give. They're not even good at giving away money. They have to hire someone to give away money. You know, it's just weird.
But hey, the city says
It's successful.
it's a success. Not only that, but they have successfully saved almost $600,000.
And then look at the next one. The city says it saved $600,000 by giving away, how much was it? $100 and something million.
Well, because they were giving them 3 meals a day, but now they're giving it in. I mean, when they say this much money to help, what does that entail?
Yeah,
What-
and I think a lot of people like have. It's not the fact that they're helping people out. I mean, it's just that I know a lot of people have been calling out how there's vets on the street, vets that are homeless, and those are people that have contributed to our country. You know, so and I think a lot of people have that problem. How can somebody come over here and right away just get all these benefits? You know. When over here they're constantly talking about pushing up the retirement age, and a lot of people here aren't getting raises this year. But hey, you know, these, you walk in illegally and you get rewarded. I've actually seen videos where the border patrol is fist bumping these guys now, like if they just finished a marathon or something. It's, but like I said, it's turned into the welcoming committee, and maybe it's not even on them. Maybe they're, you know, whoever's in charge is asking them to do
I'm
this.
gonna say, sure, there's gonna be some good people.
Oh, of course, there's good people, but
In the no, not even in the
Where?
migrants. There's gonna be some good people in the border patrol that are against all this that's going on, but if a big enough group of border patrol agents decide not to go along with it, the charade, like what is the higher? What are the higher ups really gonna do?
Well, there's already, I think the Seattle Police Department started hiring like non-citizens as
Just
police.
to oh my god!
So I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up being one of those demolition man scenarios where they're like, "Oh, well, you see, you guys, we can't get Americans to do these jobs, so now we're gonna have to hire illegals." This is how corrupt and evil these people think, dude. This is what they're gonna end up doing, you know. But it's already happening at local PDs, so I wouldn't be surprised if these guys try and pull some craziness like that.
And I don't know
Well,
if-
then again, how are you gonna feel the impulse to help a society, community who's gonna tax you into oblivion? That's helping people out who come illegally, that are constantly putting you under scrutiny, just seeing what you're gonna screw up with, having you like on a chokehold, like don't get out of line. If not, you're gonna get canceled. If not, you're gonna get this. How are you gonna?
and then another thing, like we said earlier, like all these guys are getting ready to vote. A lot of these guys are getting Social Security cards already, like quick.
They're
You
being
know?
registered, like
They're being
for voting
registered.
at
Yeah,
the
these
Department
guys
of Motor
like
vehicles.
they're getting ready to vote. It's not. It's just.
And this is another thing that drives me up a wall. Really grinds in my gears. You know, it's well, you keep calling them illegals. You keep calling them criminal aliens or whatever. They're not. They're now they have a status here. Like once they're processed, they have a status. They're either asylees. Is that what
Asylum seekers?
asylum
Yeah,
seekers,
sounds right.
Maybe it's right. I don't know.
or they're just migrants, but they're no longer. You cannot call them illegals because they have a certain status. Look at all they're receiving, and that's just like some semantic BS that I'm like sick of. I'm like super sick of. It's a horrible, it's a very bad pseudo argument. Just arguing semantics. That's it. You're like, well, they're not technically illegal. No, they are. They force their way in. Sure, they have to, in order to put a number on them. You know, they gotta do some kind of process. Now that magically makes it okay, I don't think so. That just further proves the point that, you know, the corrupt government is only gonna make things worse if we really just leave it up to the bureaucrats. You know, well, what are they trying to accomplish here, really? Like, unless you see a pattern, you know, of unless you see a pattern of like the nation in decline and the reason behind it and the players behind it, it's like you're gonna think like, no, it's just some humanitarian crisis, that we can't just turn them away. We have to help these poor people. It's like, no, if you really see the patterns of things going around the world, not just in the U.S. Um, this, I hate to call it that, the globalist agenda,
Replacement migration and all that.
stuff like that. If you notice these things, like you're gonna realize like, holy crap, yeah, this is rotten to the core. We can't trust our own government that's supposed to be looking out for us. Like, I don't know, we can't. It's not something that we can vote ourselves out of either. Like, sure, Trump, maybe he'll do an okay job. Sure, maybe, but what if his hands are tied again because we don't have any other branch of government? Let's say, should Trump gets in, but then Democrats, or not necessarily just Democrats, also the rhinos, they take a hold of the Senate, of Congress. Like, it's just like we're gonna have a lame duck Trump, and that's it. We're not gonna see anything out of it. None of this is gonna get fixed. And how would you even fix it? I don't know.
And there's a lot of facts that we've already covered in previous episodes, but just a reminder to add to your point about the whole, it's a humanitarian crisis. We've already had immigration judges who have given congressional testimony that tell us, like, hey, the majority of these cases actually do not meet the qualifications for humanitarian asylum. So a lot of these guys, they might make the argument, a lot of the people in the United States say, oh, yeah, you know what, we need to help these people out. It's a humanitarian thing. It's not. That's just a dishonest argument to make,
But as long as a migrant identifies as an asylum seeker, then they should be granted that status, right?
Yeah, because words mean nothing anymore.
Yeah,
right?
Pretty much.
They identify as a citizen, that's why they should vote, right?
King of anywhere. All right.
The Texas secession, that's what I would do.
Texas. Well, hit that. Okay, that's a nice little thought experiment.
I love it, dude.
Let's say Texas secedes.
Yeah.
Will El Paso be part of it?
Yes, of course. Duh.
Will it? Or
Yeah.
will they be like, nah, we're going to just break it off and we'll be New Mexico?
No, we're going to take the conservatives from Las Cruces, and then all the Dems in El Paso are going to go to Cruces. We're going to do a nice little swap.
A little exchange. I
Yes.
hope so. Because I've actually had this conversation with some people.
Yeah.
And I was like, are we really sure that El Paso, like, being with the leadership that it has,
Yeah.
is going to go quietly into secession? Or they're going to be like, no, we're New Mexico now.
I'll tell you this: if El Paso, for some reason, somehow doesn't stick with Texas, after 10 years, they're gonna want to.
They're gonna want to move.
They're gonna want to be annexed by Texas. That's for sure.
Or just cut it until Fort Bliss. The rest of it's New Mexico.
Oh, man. Well, what's next, man?
What's next is that these most esteemed guests in our country apparently have had ties with happy-go-lucky groups of people.
Oh.
And they just keep popping up with their euphemisms and their good words and their good deeds and their good wills. Like attacking military bases.
Oh, good.
Because, that's what good citizens do. They raid Area 61.
61,
51, 55.
74.
So we have here also from Newsbreak, Jared Lewis writes, the country's open borders are allowing for illegal migrants with ties to terrorism to attack various military bases across the country, including in Texas.
Oh, no. Guys, that's where we are.
What?
Didn't we say we're going to go with New Mexico?
Oh, yeah, no, we're no longer in Texas. Oh, man.
For instance, there have been multiple breaches in Laughlin Air Force Base since early this year. On January 21st, a vehicle crashed into a light post before 4 people inside the vehicle got out and then breached the facility. According to Laughlin
Were they armed?
Laughlin Air Force
AFB,
Base?
3 others were arrested before escaping.
3 others were arrested before escape. Okay.
Holy moly! Like, were they armed?
Well, I mean, they rammed their car into
I guess they must not have been armed. They were armed with a
a
car.
car. I mean, yeah, you ram it into the entrance or whatever. And then more recently, on May 31st, a suspected illegal alien who was fleeing Border Patrol jumped the perimeter fence, but was then apprehended. And then in
Well, good. He didn't get in there and cause.
In
damage.
California, another breach happened at the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat Center in 29 Palms, involving an illegal migrant a few months ago. Wow.
Bob Price, associate editor for Breitbart, Texas, said individuals identified as special interest aliens
What does that mean?
are
There's
committing
like
these acts on a
subcategories now? Or?
special interest aliens. But I mean, is there any info on these guys or maybe their nationality?
Who knows?
No, we can't give that information. That's private.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So these special interest aliens aren't just coming across the southern border, according to Price. They're also crossing the U.S.-Canada border. This isn't a new, and I wonder why all this stuff isn't really on the news. Like at least like these should be headlines. These guys are attacking military bases. Like I would figure they'd be headlines, but no.
It's because Operation Mockingbird, they all work for the CIA and the intelligence agencies.
Angel, are you suggesting a conspiracy theory?
What?
Yeah, multiple reports have said there have been at least 10 million people enter the country legally over the past 3.5 years, and these 10
That's
million,
not even the right number.
Well,
guys.
I was gonna say
No.
these are the guys that we
kind
kind
of
of know that they're here. I mean,
And of those 10 million, how many are gang members from
I'm sure none of them.
south, from way down south?
None of them.
None of them. They're all children
They're all
and families.
families, of course. 10 million. So that's like what? 3 million families?
A lot of them are
About
featured
3.
taco truck entrepreneurs.
It doesn't all have to be tacos, Angel.
Dude, I am brown, man.
Oh, there you go.
Love
Yeah,
some
but you
tacos,
could be like
burgers,
Iranian
nachos.
or something.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Iranian Hulk.
like Google Iranian Hulk. Literally, I've had like a few people tell me that I'm his twin.
In any case, we know for sure that our representatives in the House have placed their confidence in a bill they passed called the SAVED Act, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I did.
That was today, right, or yesterday sometime?
Or in these days, yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's something that none of the Democrats have voted for.
Yeah, why would they?
Why
Why
would
would
they?
they want to secure?
Yeah, they don't want secure elections, or they want to.
They don't want to have a mechanism there that would actually do something if an illegal person would
Attempt to
attempt.
I was
to vote.
watching some things earlier about how we're in a clown world. How they don't want people to show ID to vote, but they want you to show your COVID proof,
Your COVID passport,
your COVID passports. Like a couple years ago, to go into a restaurant. I mean,
hotels.
you don't they don't want you to use ID to vote, but you need COVID passports to move around your own country. So,
But Ruben, people are gonna get the sniffles.
all right.
Don't you know how dangerous the coof is?
Get ready for that bird flu too. I'm pretty sure they're gonna try and bring all that stuff back, like 2, 3, 4, 5-fold.
Bring
They're
all
gonna-
those mail-in ballot elections in again, right?
Of course.
In any case, we
Because no one can leave their
And
house.
this time they're not gonna forget to
Fold the
fold it. They're gonna
they
show
learned their
crease.
mistakes.
They're gonna learn. They're gonna all those mail-in ballots are gonna be creased. What else?
They're gonna literally break the pipe, and instead of
They're
having
gonna
it
try
They're
and
actually
those-
gonna have physical addresses. They're gonna be living people.
They're not
here
gonna
in the
have like
States.
200 people to one house. So, anyways,
In any case, we can't be sleeping in the laurels in any point because
No, of course not.
what I feel at this moment is that the Republicans are going to say, "Oh, we passed the bill. We did our part. We put our resistance, and that's it."
Now everyone can vote for us because we're good people. That's step number 1, bro. Like seriously,
Yeah.
That should have been years ago.
we cannot be complacent. Go out there and vote. Vote like your country depends on it.
Become an election judge, monitor. Make sure you're participating in all that stuff if you can. Do your best because these commies are super sneaky.
Well, I don't even know if being a election judge or a monitor helps because all these things are really done with computers and stuff. I mean, you can monitor all day, but you know when the
It gets that kid.
I mean, it happens.
Well, we need to monitor
It,
those
it,
monitors.
it happens on the microchip board or whatever. But so, anyways,
What we got next?
So, very shocking news. This is something that the scientific community would not have been able to deduce. Not even with all the information and data that they could have gotten their hands on. Something absolutely terrifying and unheard of.
Uh-oh.
So,
All right.
in the list of things that could appear in our head as toxic to the environment, what do we have? We have gasoline.
Right. Of course. That's
We
the word.
have-
Coal. You can't do coal.
No, you can't do coal. You can't do plastics, poor turtles. What else, guys?
Chemical aerosol injections,
No.
colloquially known as chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
Was it
That's
the
an old wives' tale.
the hairsprays? They already cleaned those, but
Oh, the aerosols.
the aerosols, yeah. Well, now we have a new thing on the list. Something that Ruben had mentioned.
I've thought
apparently-
about this like even 4 or 5 years ago.
Apparently-
now it's on the news. So.
Apparently, it's on the news now, and the
Well,
scientific.
not on the news, but I mean it's being printed somewhere now.
We have here from the Children's Health Defense site by the new lead: electric car batteries polluting air, soil, and water
With
were
FAS.
What's PFAS?
PFAS.
What's
PFAS.
It is a per and polyfluoroalkyl substance in lithium-ion batteries that power electric vehicles and other electronics.
Of course.
So
Yeah, EVs are all the rage nowadays.
And I think-
I've seen like 18 Teslas. Like, on
And
the-
and which
on
is
the
cool.
way.
Like I believe in diversifying, but the way they're forcing it on people, that like I don't think that's all right. And then
which is also being subsidized by
subsidized by
our taxes.
Yeah, we just had another one where Biden is, and I hate when they say Biden is giving away because he's not giving away. Beep, he's taking away money.
he's stealing
from-
our money.
Stealing
too
money.
when you get, anyways. So yeah, and I've talked about this before how a little tiny battery pollutes I don't know how
Yeah,
many
you can't
square.
you can't just throw away
Yeah,
batteries.
well, you're not supposed to. I know a lot of people that do, but
And then just think about like all those photographs at the landfill, like acres and acres of used up solar panels that are now just like rotting there.
What are you talking about? All these photos don't exist.
And
They just disappear once they're
They,
expired.
they evaporate and the particles go up into the sun.
they dissolve into new lithium.
so anyways, all these people that think they're saving the earth, there's kids all over the place, like 5-6-year-olds in these mines, right?
Well, there is that as well. It's like
They're
very
all these kids that
bad
are
for-
working the mines without protection, and then when all these batteries don't work, they're gonna have to dispose of them. You can't get rid of a AA battery. How are you gonna get rid of whatever batteries these cars use? You know,
Not only that
It's probably
too,
a 9V or something.
but you gotta love
9-volt battery.
you gotta love those Tesla chargers that are being powered by like a gas generator right next to it,
Right.
a diesel generator.
I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
So yeah,
But anyway, a little bit out of the defender here. Researchers said they analyzed samples of soil, sediment, and surface water collected in 2022 near manufacturing plants in Minnesota, Kentucky, Belgium, and France, finding they were commonly contaminated with a subtype of PFAS called bis-perfluoroalkyl sulfonamides,
For
BISFASIs.
for us nopaleros, what does that mean?
it means that it's dirty, no?
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Much
Está,
like-
está bien sucio, no tomen ahí.
The study published Monday in the journal Nature Communications also found that BISFASI emitted into the
Sounds
air.
like a rap star, no? Bisfazi.
Lil Bisfazi.
Or is it BISFASI? At these sites may travel long distances, potentially polluting areas far from the facilities where they are made and used.
Oh, dude.
So yeah, that stuff might be, I guess, maybe even.
Oh,
making its
the
way to Texas.
tendrils are extending.
So, all you guys that thought you were saving the earth because you're your car plugs into the electric outlet.
To the sun.
No, I was gonna say socket.
Oh, to the sun.
You plug it into the sun.
Oh man, good job. Good job, hippies.
If we're not careful about the choices of materials and chemicals used in renewable energy technologies, then it is a concern that this may become a new source of PFAS pollution. Said Spensos, PhD, a science and policy associate at the Green Science Policy Institute.
Dude, this guy's a quack.
Probably.
He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Come on. It's not like he has a PhD. Oh.
And what says, however, it is a false choice to choose between renewable energy and less PFAS pollution, she added, noting that there are viable alternatives for many uses of PFAS and renewable energy.
Oh, it's Ariana. Did I say guy? I mean gal.
Yeah,
This gal's a quack. Now I know I can't trust her. It's a woman.
So I'm going to skip over to the paragraph after the next one. Many types of PFAS, known as forever chemicals, because they don't break down in the environment, are used in the coatings on windmill turbines and are incorporated into solar cells, as well as being used in lithium-ion batteries.
You know what would be a kicker? It's like, they don't really need it. We just like to coat it.
Yeah.
Just because it's cool.
Who knows? They might.
the shine it
It's
gives.
just
is
shiny. It gives this really great luster.
Awesome finish.
Awesome finish.
Kind of like the fluoride they throw in the water because they can't get rid of it anywhere else. Like, hey, this is put in the drinking water.
And
now,
over a few more
This is off the topic, but you're talking about things that they come through. I heard Rogan saying the other day how, a lot of people don't want to be drinking fluoride,
Yeah.
but they force it on you. They put it in there. And he's all saying, you know what, I always thought Rogan was saying this, I've always wondered how it cleans your teeth if you drink it and it goes straight to your stomach. And I've thought about that too, but I was like, thinking, well, maybe it's circulated. I don't know. I never believed it, but I thought maybe I didn't know something. And then so Rogan says, why don't you just brush your effing teeth? Like if you're concerned, right? I mean, out of all the things that could go wrong with you, why are they medicating you with fluoride? You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
I wonder, does it have any other effects?
I heard that it calcifies the pineal
Well, what I
gland.
hear is that it makes you smarter, no? It raises up your IQ points. So
He's
fluoride-
being sarcastic. He's joking around about that, guys. It's extremely toxic. And
Don't eat fluoride.
it does the exact opposite. It actually dumbs you down and makes you really stupid.
It calcifies.
The pineal gland?
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Guys, you gotta look out for your pineal gland.
From what I could tell, it's not a bone, so it doesn't need to be calcified.
Well, actually, I heard that it contributes to fluorosis, which is like actually the breakdown.
Because I know David already messed up his pineal gland. You don't want to end up like this guy.
Yeah, I think I picked up a box wrong. Like, oh, my pineal gland.
Actually, on this topic, I've been discussing with the three of you guys, but for our audience at home, I highly advise you check out the interviews by Dr. David Brownstein. He's another one that talks about how like fluorides and bromides, they're so prevalent in the entire culture that unfortunately we're deluged with those bad halides. And unfortunately, what they do is they actually take up the iodine receptor in your cells, and your cells start like working improperly. So what?
I should have paid attention in chemistry.
Goodness gracious.
So unfortunately, like it's really, really difficult, and people are really poisoned right now. And I didn't even know this either, but apparently they used to use iodine like in the bread when they made it, and now they've replaced it with bromide. So now we're getting like even more dangerous halide and going into
That's
the body.
just great. All right.
But anyway, check out Dr. David Brownstein for more info on that stuff. It's really good. So although the toxicity of Biz Fozzie, the rapper, in humans,
Little Biz Fozzie.
in humans,
We gotta make that into a shirt.
yeah, has not been studied. Other types of PFAS have been linked to cancers, infertility, and immune system damage. Same thing with fluoride, guys.
Jeez, man. What can one do?
It's a slow deletion of the public, man. Literally, they're trying to dumb us down and get rid of us.
I feel it.
Oh, then another point too on the whole fluoride thing, because these guys, you can't medicate somebody against their will. Like you can't just give them something without a consent. Is it implied consent?
Yeah, you know all about that.
Informed consent. There you go. Without informed consent, like that's unethical.
Unethical, to say the least.
So them just dumping this stuff because it's supposedly good for your teeth, which is not. There's a lot of studies that actually show the exact opposite. It's just we have a lot of evil people running the show.
Well,
Unfortunately.
and it might be good for your teeth, but I do wonder, why don't, like Joe Rogan said, why don't you just brush your teeth and take care of your own teeth? Why I just the interest in. I mean, because there's countries that don't put it in their water,
I think there's even some counties in Texas that don't do it, and
and
some
there's
counties that do it.
and their teeth are okay. I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure you have to brush them and all that, but I mean, I wonder, how did they decide? Okay, we want everyone to have good teeth. Let's
Let's
Dump
just
fluoride in
dump
there.
this chemical in there.
I mean, what else can they decide? All right, we want everybody to have good hair. Let's dump Rogaine in there, or how does that work? Actually, take that out. I don't like that.
Just dump it.
You want everyone to have babies, throw in Viagra and supply. Yeah, we're gonna take all that out.
We're gonna have like 10-year-olds. What's happening to me? Anyway, that was wonderful.
Yeah, so we can take the last 2
I'm
minutes.
not gonna take it out.
Ah, wait, take it out for us.
Don't be embarrassed.
I'm not embarrassed. I just don't. I don't know it's gonna be good. But anyways, all right. So let's start off. 1, 2, 3. So
but
the Fozzies.
Yeah, look at this. Bisphazzi. Little bisphazzies are toxic to 2 types of small aquatic animals, a crustacean and zebrafish, altering their behavior and metabolic processes, the study found. Now, here's the thing. What if they just put that to get all the hippies to be like, oh no, not the crustaceans, not the zebrafish. No, we need to stop this. Because they don't give a crap about humans. Oh yeah, of course. Oh, the drinking water. No, but we can't affect the trout population.
Yeah.
Or the zebrafish in this case, I suppose.
I wonder why they call them zebrafish. You think they have stripes? All right.
What else you got, man?
Well,
We're still reading through this. Okay.
Yeah, there's more.
What else you got in this article?
So the researchers also analyzed samples from untreated landfill. What's that word?
Lechate.
Isn't it leachate?
I think it's leachate.
In North Carolina, finding bistrophil. That sounds like a medicine. What is that?
Bistrophilamide.
At levels close to 1 part per billion.
Bistriflamide.
A concentration that Ferguson said he considered surprisingly high. Yep.
Eyebrow-raisingly high.
Oh no, it's bistriflamide. There you go. My bad.
So, anyways, I just think electric batteries is not the. All you hippies might want to go with pedaling cars. Get all your guys.
That would be way safer.
Dude, and these guys
Maybe
are getting
put
even
sails
more
on the
ridiculous.
car.
They want to make like batteries for freaking school
for
buses.
school buses and stuff.
And I don't know. These guys get more ridiculous by the day with all these genius ideas. It's all the fluoride that's circulating in the body and all that atrazine and
all the bisphazzies or what?
It's a never-ending cycle. They drink the fluoride and think these things are good ideas.
Yeah.
And they pollute
They put it the water even more.
The water even more, and then there you go. It's a never-ending cycle.
they eat brominated bread. And they drink a bunch of
Dude, man,
aspartame.
I thought it was just getting cooler. Like, what's up, my brominated? You didn't even chocarla, man.
Oh, sorry, Bisphazzi.
What's up, my Bisphazzi?
Is that David's new nickname, Bisphazzi?
Bisphazzi, yeah.
Bisphazzi?
I want to be like with a grill and shit. Anyway, that's it for today.
All right.
Drop a comment, drop a like for your boys. Let us know what you think about Bisphazzi's. And
Remember, there's besides the YouTube, we also try to work with the X and the shorts and the Rumble.
And our record label, Bisphazzi.
a new record label as of today.
And thank you to you guys. The Rumbles is bringing in hefty
Man, we're
hefty
seeing
incomes.
We are seeing some results on Rumble.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry. Peace, brother. We'll see you on Saturday.
All right, later, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Thanks, man.